Hello students. Today we are doing a different sum of admission. Illustration number 28. Without wasting time, we are doing sum. First of all, I am reading sum. A and B are partners sharing profit in the ratio of 2 and 1. So sir, two partners are there, A and B, and their profit and loss sharing ratio is given 2:1. So first of all, I am writing here 2:1. This is my first step after reading this question. The balance sheet of their firm as on 31/3/16 was as under. So balance sheet given as under. Going ahead, next thing, they admitted C as a new partner. So sir, C partner is a new partner on 1/4/16 on the following condition. Now, under given conditions, on that condition, C is admitted in the partnership firm. Going ahead, first adjustment. A sacrificed 1/12 share and B sacrificed 1/6 share from their profit. From their profit share in favor of C. It means, here I am writing A and B. A sacrificed 1/12 and B sacrificed 1/6. And what is given from their profit. Remember my last lectures. From that lectures, in one lecture, same type of situation given, but in that thing, from is not given. That is given of his share. And whenever of word given, then multiply. If from given, then directly this ratio given to C. It means this 1/12 given to C and this 1/6 also given to given to C by A and B respectively. So 1/12 given to C and 1/6 given to C directly. We don't need to find what is actually sacrifice. This is itself a sacrifice ratio. So total of these two given to C. So simple one, sir. 1/12 plus 1/6, total of these two given to C. Now here denominator is not same. Here 12, here 6. So to make it 12, we need to multiply with 2. What type of LCM we have to take? So sir, 6 2s are 12, now 12 C. So 1/12 plus 2 1s are 2 divided by 12. Now denominator is same, so we can add both. 2 plus 1 3, 3/12. So 3/12 is ratio of C because total of this two given to C. Now what is the sacrifice made by these two? What is the sacrifice ratio? Sir, here 12, here 12, same, then sacrifice ratio is 1:2. So I can say sacrifice of A and B is 1:2. This is sacrifice of A and B. Now I am clearing the board. Simple. So A sacrificed 1/12 from his share, B sacrificed 1/6 from his share. It means this share given to C, total of these two given to C, and sacrifice made by these two is 1:2. So why 2? Because here 6 is given, here denominator 12 is given. To make it 12, multiply with 2. So 1:2 is my sacrifice ratio. So sacrifice ratio 1:2. new ratio 3 upon 12. That's it. So C's share in future 3 upon 12. Simple. So by reading first adjustment, we have a sacrifice ratio 1:2 and new ratio of C. We have two things after reading first adjustment. Going ahead, adjustment number 2. C will bring proportionate capital. How many rupees capital bring by C, that we don't know. But proportionate capital bring by C. Now this point we are discussing later. Don't worry about it. We are discussing this point later because it is at the last of the sum. At the end of the sum, we have to calculate this point. So don't worry. Going ahead, adjustment number C. Adjustment number 3. C bring his share of goodwill in cash. It means 3 upon 12 bring in cash. Now what is the value of goodwill? Goodwill is valued at rupees 1,80,000. So goodwill value is valued at 1,80,000. So first of all, I am writing value of goodwill is equal to 1,80,000. Now share of C is 3 by 12. So multiply 3 by 12 and we can get value of goodwill of C. That amount bring by C. So if you are multiplying it with goodwill, then 45,000 will be the amount. This 45,000 goodwill amount bring by C in the business. Here clarification not given how many rupees bring by C, but his share bring by C, that is given. It means his share is 3 by 12, goodwill amount 180 into 3 by 12, 45,000 bring by C in the business. Now think again. Money comes in cash account debited. So I am writing journal entry. Cash account debit 45,000. Now this amount is for what? Which amount? To premium of goodwill amount 45,000. Simple. That you know in last lectures also. Now this premium of goodwill we are distributing among the partners in their sacrifice ratio. So 1:2 is my sacrifice ratio. So here debited premium of goodwill account debit 45,000, and this 45,000 we are distributing among A and B capital, because here only capital account is there. Suppose current given, then current account is credited in 1:2. So in the ratio of 1:2 we have to distribute. So 45,000 we are distributing among the partners, then 15,000 and 30,000. So these are two journal entries related to goodwill. Now ledger posting of this: cash account debit. Sir, cash account debit side, write to premium of goodwill. How many rupees bring by partner? 45,000. So write down 45,000. This 45,000 distributed among the partners in their sacrifice ratio. Sacrifice ratio 1:2. So 1:2 distributed 15,000, 30,000 dash, and against it we are writing by premium of goodwill. That's it. So goodwill completed. Its ledger posting also completed. And with this, my third number adjustment also completed. Going ahead, adjustment number 4. Fixed assets are to be depreciated at 10%. Now, sir, fixed asset depreciated. So, plant and machinery is a fixed asset. Building, fixed asset. Stock, not a fixed asset. Debtors, not a fixed asset. Cash bank balance, not a fixed asset. It means, sir, here two assets are there, which are fixed asset, plant and machinery and building, which is given in balance sheet. On that, we need to find depreciation. So, going to calculate depreciation on fixed asset. First of all, writing plant and machinery 80,000. So, plant and machinery 80,000, that is already given in balance sheet. Building 50,000. So, writing building 50,000. Now, what we need to do? Sir, calculate depre. So, depreciation rate is 10%. So, 10% of 8,000 is 10% of 80,000 is 8,000. Outer column 72,000. Same way, 10% of 50,000 is 5,000. Outer column 45,000. Now, sir, asset increase or decrease? Simple, sir, decrease. Decrease means debited because set. So 8,000 and 5,000. Against it, we are writing plant and machinery and building account. Simple, sir. Going ahead. So, fourth number adjustment also clear. Now, in fifth number adjustment, all debtors are solvent. It means bad debt reserve is not required. All debtors are best debtors. Now here, debtors minus bad debt reserve is given. But all debtors are solvent. It means all the debtors we have to write as it is. Here debtors are given 50,000. So write down debtors. All are best debtors. Minus bad debt reserve is given. But now no need to write bad debt reserve because all are solvent. So happy. Now bad debt reserve is not required. Nobody is there who is not paying money. And that's why happy means credited. So this amount is credited bad debt reserve by bad debt reserve 4,000 rupees. Simple. Going ahead. Next adjustment. Insurance premium of rupees 3,000 is to be carried forwarded to the next year. Now, sir, happy because next year insurance premium is paid. That is my asset. Asset increase. That's why happy. So we are writing 3,000 prepaid insurance premium 3,000 rupees. Because carry forward to next year, it means next year's insurance premium today. It is my asset. Asset increase. Happy. Revaluation account credits 3,000 by prepaid insurance premium. Simple. Now nothing is given. Prepare necessary account and the balance sheet. That's it. So all the adjustments are clear except one. C will bring proportionate capital. What it means we don't know. Doing it later. Don't worry. Now what is remaining in balance sheet? First of all, we are clearing that thing. Plant and machineries are done. Buildings are done. Stock are not written. Write down. Stock is given 17,000. So write down stock 17,000. Next, debtors are written. Cash and bank balance 33,000. Sir, all are ready. 30,000 rupees is cash and bank balance is given. Simple. So asset side clear. Now going to liability side. In liability side, capital of A and B is given. So again Bala BD. By Bala BD, capital of A and B. Sir, A and B capital is 80,000 and 40,000. Dash. So 80 and 40. That's it. Reserve fund. Sir, reserve fund is distributed among the partners in the old ratio. So reserve fund distributed among the partners. In the ratio of 2:1. So reserve fund is given 21,000. And 21,000 distributed among partners in 2 and 1. So we can write its answer 14,000 and 7,000 dash 21,000 into 2 divided by 3, 21,000 into 1 divided by 3. Going to next one. Creditors. Sir, 75,000 creditors given. Write down as it is creditors. $71,000 creditors. Sorry, 75,000 creditors as it is. Bills payable 10,000. Sir, it's my liability as it is. Bills payable 10,000. Now 100% balance sheet also clear. In full sum, what is remaining only? Sir, how many amount bring by C, that we don't know. We know only one thing, proportionate amount bring by partner. But how many amount, that we don't know. So that we are doing now. But one by one, closing account, then we can find proportionate amount of C. Don't worry. So first of all, closing revaluation account. Debit side 8,000, 5,000, yes. Credit side 4,000, 3,000, okay. Now debit side total is more, 13,000. So I am writing here 13,000. Here also 13,000 minus 7,000. So 13 minus 7, 6,000. This is the loss. It's my debit balance. And loss is distributed among the partners in the ratio of 2:1. So by A account, by B. Capital account. Most important thing, capital account. Your current account is not given. Otherwise, this is distributed in the current account. So, in the ratio of 2:1. So, 4,000, 2,000, total 6,000. So, distribute debit side 4,000, 2,000 and dash. Writing name, revaluation account. Revaluation account. Now, most important topic. See, we don't know how many rupees bring by C, but we know one thing. His portion is 3/12. That portion will bring by C. That we know very well. So first of all, we are closing accounts of A and B only. We are closing account of A and B only. So making total of this 80, 15, 14. So sir, answer 18, 14, 15. our answer is 109,000. Here also we are writing 109,000. Deducting 4,000, sir, we are getting balance 105,000. Bala CD. That we know. Bala CD. Same way we are closing B's account also. 77,000. Here also 77,000. Deducting 2,000. $75,000 is my balance. Now, first I am clearing board here. For calculation of C's portion, how many rupees bring by C? So, two partners closing balance we have. We have closing balance of these two partners, but we don't know what is the ratio of C, what is the portion of C, what is the amount of C, that we need to find. So try to understand. I am writing here partner A's closing balance, partner B's closing balance, and I don't know partner C's amount. Going ahead, writing amount 105,000 rupees is closing balance of A. 75,000 rupees closing balance of B. Don't know what is the amount of C. Simple. I know one thing. From 12, if total is 12, then from 12, 3 rupees is of partner C. From 12, 3 rupees is of partner C. So can I say, suppose total of this 3, total of A plus total of A plus B plus C, total of this 3 is 12. Total of 3 is 12. And from this 12, 3 rupees is of C. Yes or no? I think everybody can understand easily. From 12, 3 rupees is the ratio of C. So if 12 rupees is the total, from this 12 rupees, 3 rupees is the portion of C. So what is the portion of these two? Sir, 12 minus 3, 9 rupees is the portion of A and B. That's it. But sir, here total of A and B is given. Total of A and B actually is what? 105 plus 75, 180. So total of A and B is 9. Total of A and B amount is 180. So I can write here step for 9 portion amount is 1,80,000. So for this 3, what should be the amount? Simple one. Again I am repeating, try to understood. From 12, 3 rupees is the portion of C. So total is 12. From this, 3 rupees is of C. It means I can say 12 minus 3, remaining amount is of 2 partners, 9. Now 2 partners closing balance is already given. So total of this 2 is 190. For 9, 180. For 9, 180. What for 3? Now calculate. 3 multiply with 180. divide by 9. Solve it. We are getting value for this. C. So 60,000 rupees is bring by partner C, because C will bring in his proportion, that is given in adjustment number 2. C will bring proportionate capital. This is the proportionate capital bring by C. So 60,000 rupees bring by C. Now we can write easily. 60,000 rupees comes in the business, cash account debit, C's capital account credit. So cash account debit side to C's capital account. Amount is 60,000 rupees. Now C capital credited, so write down credit side of C by cash account. Now we can close this account. Total is same 60,000 we are writing here. My balance is 60,000. Now balance sheet for all 105, 75, 60. That is transfer credited, but credit side is here. So we have to write A, B, C, total of 3, 105,000, 75,000, 60,000. So total 180 plus 60, 240. 240,000 is the capital amount. Simple. Now closing. Cash account also. Total of cash account 30, 45 and 60. 135. Sir, what is the balance? 135. Is my bala CD. Transfer debit, but debit is here. So we have to write cash bank. And cash bank amount 33,000 is the opening balance. Okay, one thing here missing. Cash and bank balance, opening balance, old balance sheet 33,000 given. Here I have written 30,000. It is actually 33,000. So Bala BD is 33,000. So total of this 38,000. Opening balance in all balance sheet, cash and bank balance is given 33. By mistake it was written 30. Now I have corrected it. 33,000, 33, 45, 60, 138, 138 is the balance, and that 138 cash and bank balance we are writing here. Now sir, all the accounts are closed. Both the sides must be tally. Even I am checking it. 72, 45, 17, 50, 138 and 3. Yes. Here 240, 75 and 10. 325,000 is my total. On both the sides, total are 10. And my sum is 100% completed. Now what is new thing in this sum? What is new thing? Capital. How many capital bring by partner, that we don't know. That we have to calculate in this way. That is the important topic. Nothing else. Meeting you in next lecture with different topic. Bye-bye.